This Green Bay Packers preview edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by WynnBET. Bet $100 at WynnBET and get a $100 free bet. Head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBET. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET to claim your free bet today.
Hey, what's up, you degenerate gamblers? This is Bill Burr, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Ooh, welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. Shout out to the Brat Stop, beautiful.
Oh yes,
Kenosha, Wisconsin.
We still got to make it out to the Brat Stop. Don't worry, Brat Stop. One day we'll make it out there.
The only place that exclusively aired games of the college football tournament, Madden Mayhem.
DJ Madness.
There were so many sports that we just created out of thin air. And what better way to tie it back to the Green Bay Packers than bringing things out of thin air? Aaron Rodgers is now dating a witch.
Lot to unpack.
More after the break.
Lot to unpack with Aaron Rodgers. But again, if you find yourself in the Kenosha, Wisconsin area, make sure you check out the Brat Stop. They sent us some brats back in the day. Ryan's wearing his sweet Brat Stop.
Yeah.
Asking me about my wiener T-shirt.
Kids love this one.
Highly recommend the Brat Stop. They got the Brat Father. That's what the title says. Love it. Live music, moonshine tastings, trivia. Get it all over at the Brat Stop. Since
any specials to read?
I'll do a whole. I mean, again, Brat Stop. It's completely unpaid. It's just a passion project. So shout out to those guys.
Just like Aaron Rodgers' witch, it's a passion project.
Yes, Aaron Rodgers, lot to unpack there. Ryan, before we get fully into the Packers, I'm really upset I didn't have this nugget when we previewed the Miami Dolphins, one of my favorite teams for the year.
You don't want to save it for the AFC East divisional preview.
No, I'll probably bring it up.
Just got
probably bring it up then. It ties into the debut of a new sound drop as well.
Oh, beautiful.
The number of 30+ yard pass touchdowns in their NFL career: Rams, Odell Beckham 2, Dolphins 2.
Wow.
Tagliavoa 1.
Oh, nailed the name. Nice job, Sean.
And that it will be the official sound drop for Tua anytime.
Doing some duck.
Shout out to the Dolphins fans. Hashtag Fins down.
We like Dolphins.
No, I like Dolphins, but I said Ryan, Dolphins fans. Dolphin creatures. I mean, I feel bad
you said fins down. That sounds like dead dolphins to me. I don't like dead dolphins.
No, fins down for the Dolphins. No, I like Dolphins fans for the most part. I got no beef with them. Tua just is not good. And the mentions anytime we post some Tua haterade, they just light up like a Christmas tree. So this one's for you, Dolphins haters. Sorry, Dolphins fans. I'm the hater. But I'm not a hater when it comes to WynnBET. That's right, WynnBET, presenting sponsor of the Sports Gambling Podcast, Sports Gambling Podcast Network. You want to get down on some action? Fire up the WynnBET Casino, 100% deposit bonus over on the WynnBET Casino, up to $1,000. You got your bet $100, get $100 free bet option. Produce juice on baseball. The baseball prices are just always so good. The WynnBET Hour, man, Wynn really has it all. Just released the market of first quarterback with 5 touchdown prop bets. That's a lot of fun. We asked for Jameis Winston as an option. Jameis Winston is now an option over on WynnBET. Just go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET to claim your free bet today. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBET. Bet big, win bigger with WynnBET. Offer subject to change. Terms, conditions at WinBet.com. Must be 21 or older. Present in the state where playthrough WinBet is available. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. And hey, the NFL season is right around the corner. You got to get set up over on Run Your Pool. Run Your Pool is teaming up with us to run a sweet Survivor contest. Just go to play.runyourpool.com/SGPN. That's play.runyourpool.com/SGPN. You know how Survivor contests work. I don't have to explain that to you. Or they have a ton of contests. Again, sign up for our contest first because you have a chance to win $500 cash and a $250 gift card. But Run Your Pool, any sort of contest you are running this NFL season, they get you covered. Pick'em, Survivor, Fantasy, one-stop shop, fully customizable. If you're listening to this, you probably are the person in charge of the office pool. So that's why you got to go to play.runyourpool.com/SGPN, sign up for our pool, and then get started setting up your own pool. Very easy to connect everyone, get them set up, and get going over on Run Your Pool. All right, Ryan.
I mean, honestly, it's not to throw a little bit extra here, but I will say, coming out of the pandemic, some folks have gone a little socially awkward. One great way to meet new friends: run a pool. We see our buddy Moonoff's doing that on the internet.
Yes, and
you don't think I see you, Moonoff, trying to meet people through running pools? I get you.
Hey, he's
it's like speed dating.
He's
but on
connecting,
Twitter.
and I know for a fact Moonoff reached out when we went live with the Run Your Pool read, going, awesome. I'm already running a bunch of pools over there. So again, wow. They are the leader for a reason. Run Your Pool, play.runyourpool.com/SGPN. Get in our pool and win some cash and merch store gift cards. Ryan, let's talk Green Bay Packers. Do we start with Aaron Rodgers?
No, we start with why
Aaron Ayahuasca Rodgers.
No, that's the secondary point. Because I want to talk. I want to spend time on that.
Why
is this not America's team?
I have one nugget that will change everything you know.
I can't wait to hear it. But why is this not America's team? Did you know that basically this is a rec league company team?
Yeah.
Someone said, "Hey, can we use the company field? Will you pay for some uniforms?" I've gone door to door looking for someone to sponsor uniforms before. Shout out to NYPD Pizza in Burbank, California. No longer in existence, but they turned out to be a good deal for them. Either way,
they got a great sponsorship opportunity sponsoring our rec league basketball team as we got destroyed week after week.
Oh man, you know how one day there will be stories about that North Hollywood League, how they let us in and didn't inform us that there would be dunking on the regular.
Imagine me guarding someone that can dunk, or Decker, who is shorter than me by maybe a couple inches, but he's guarding like D1 prospects.
I will say it's definitely been the single rec league team where I felt the most burden to make sure I had to hit some 3-pointers or it was going to be a long day. All right. So yeah, no, I just remind people, this is America's team. This is the blue collar team of this. Before you throw your hate at Aaron Rodgers for his alternative way of living, this is America, freedom. This is so representative of the Green Bay Packers, Sean, and success year after year after year. Okay, let's talk about Aaron Rodgers.
Matt LaFleur, he's been in the head coach 3 years.
How many wins? What was it? What was it the first year? Did 13. He get 13 wins? And then the second year?
13
wins. How about the third year?
13
Holy
wins.
Shit, Sean.
I'm noticing the trend. He just wins 13 games.
I predicted 14-3 stupidly. I thought the 3 loss was going to stay consistent, but no, he took.
What did I have?
13-4.
I nailed it.
We both had the over. I locked up the over. You locked up the division.
They won the division.
They took care of the division.
What was the division price last year?
You know what? I didn't write it down. I can pull it up. Give me 2 seconds.
Probably something similar. Right now, over on WinBet, their win total is 11.5, plus 130 on the over, minus 140 on the under. A very reasonable minus 180 to win the NFC North.
All right. I know we do that at the end, but what the fuck?
Save it for the futures part, right?
Sorry. Minus 160 last year. They didn't learn. What the fuck? They barely learned from last year.
Yeah.
Oh, Devontae Adams.
12-5 against the spread. Their win total was 11, so they moved it up to 11.5. But it's been an easy year. Before that was 9. They easily cashed last year. 2 years ago in 2020. Last year, 25.6 points per game. Only gave up 21.3. So offense not as high powered last year, but defense got noticeably better, I thought, and the score kind of reflects that. Brought in some defensive.
Well, before you move on to the players, they did crush their Pythag. So they did end up better in the win loss than they did in the points scored and given up. So that we always call that out as a regression indicator, right? Like, and they were the second biggest overperformance. So this is a 10.5 win team according to Pythag. Now I don't know. Was it Davante Adams that got them over the hump? Was it their good record in close games? Was it the fact that they stayed kind of healthy? Was it the fact that their defense played good bend but don't break ball? I don't know. I mean, I think there's one trend I've noticed when we've talked about teams with really good elite quarterbacks. They tend to win a lot of close games.
Yeah.
They tend to overperform their expectation. Why is it that in some areas we expect the overperformance over expectation and some we don't? I guess football and we have more data and we expect things to regress, but I do think this Packers team is one of the teams that, while the Bucks, I think you can make very real cases for how things can disassemble rapidly. I think with the Packers, like, yes, Jordan Love is probably not Aaron Rodgers, but I think if Aaron Rodgers leaves the situation, I'm not saying they could, like, I'm not saying this is a 4 to 6 win team like I am with the Bucks.
I mean,
even
Jordan
with
Love,
the Bucks has a Bucks better defense.
You remember that Jordan Love game against the Chiefs, right?
Maybe but again, I think this team is going
they
to
should
be
bring
able to,
in and somewhat relevant news, especially if you're going to be continue to play in Baltimore Ravens preseason, which you should be. Week 2 picks podcast coming.
Oh, yeah.
But
are we betting the Ravens again?
They Ravens release Hundley. So I would actually I would rather put Hundley back there than Jordan Love, at least from, again, small sample size. But that one game against the Chiefs was pretty bad. I think, I know it's a different type of offense, but Hundley like gives you that mobility. He gives you a nice little change of pace. If you were to lose Rodgers, again, you're probably in trouble.
Love's got that arm talent,
if you lose Rodgers. But to your point, the overall roster is pretty solid. And then Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, you definitely like not even an argument that this is one of the most well-run organizations.
Yeah.
In the league.
They're kind of like the NFC version of the Steelers.
Yeah, they just obviously having a great quarterback and going back to back and great franchise quarterbacks helps, but they do seem to, they don't seem to fuck up the talent more often than they don't. They seem to mostly get it right. I know the public narrative is like, oh, they've never given Aaron a receiver. The private narrative is Aaron has struggled to play well with young pup receivers. So perhaps this front office knew the team better. And it seems like this Davante Adams situation was very much Aaron Rodgers is full on. He's spiritual now. So if Davante Adams said, look, bro, my grandma's never watched me play football, he's going to say, dude, go on your journey. Your journey's back to Vegas, baby. And so I think this team is very much like going to be at peace with itself. I apologize for speaking over them.
Days of our league.
Aaron Rodgers. Will his newfound spirituality and ayahuasca trips bring clarity, not only for the regular season, but for the playoffs? Or will the next woman, Jordan Love, steal the heart of Packers fans?
Ooh. Honestly, like this is a great narrative because like clearly Aaron Rodgers is thinking about things in he might be a little crazy, and that's fine because he's a football player and all those dudes are a little bit crazy, but he's clearly coming to grips with at least he's being introspective, whether or not he sees himself in the mirror or Nicolas Cage or some sort of mythical creature. That's another story, but I do think he's squared up. And we routinely have leaned into this over the last couple of years, and all it's resulted in is 13 win seasons. But Aaron Rodgers is still an absolute great quarterback in the regular season, and he goes into a fuck you mode. They're probably going to lose a game or two they shouldn't, but their division is shit, and the conference is weak. And this team could absolutely. I mean, could this be could they have the best running game in the NFC?
Yeah.
Could they? Could some of the players they picked up this offseason transform their defense? I mean, I think unlike the Bucks, again tying it together because we spoke about them this morning. Unlike the Bucks defense was like near the ceiling last year. We already kind of discussed it. We like their floor this year, but last year the Packers defense let them down a bunch. And if they're able to take a step forward, if the addition of Quay Walker, who by the way, I don't know if it's just a single digit, but he looks fucking fast out there.
He does, but I don't know. From what I've been reading, Quay Walker, Devontae Wyatt, they spent a lot of draft capital bringing in some defensive players. Linebacker Quay Walker from Georgia, defensive tackle Devontae Wyatt, also from Georgia, which makes sense. Bringing two guys from a historically good defense. Yeah. I know another team in the NFC East had a similar approach.
Oh wow!
Was
it the Eagles?
Yes, it was, Ryan.
Cool.
I from a low pass on the training camp reports, neither player has been really popping so far. Relatively quiet training camp.
You know what? We had the game on.
Yeah,
just seemed I will say in very limited, like probably like me turning my head watching a handful of plays. Anecdotally, he looked fast.
Well, and speaking of looking fast, I know Christian Watson was the round 2 number 34 overall pick from North Dakota State, but really it's been camp star Romeo Doubs so far. Receiver out of Nevada had a nice touchdown grab against the 49ers. I know I put him in my week 1 DFS lineup. Christian Watson was a little banged up, so probably a little behind when it comes to learning the playbook, etc. You know, Rodgers obviously has been notorious for being slow to connect with some of these younger guys. Although he probably has a history of connecting with younger guys at some point, and I'm overlooking it. No, I'm just trying. I'm trying to remember times where, like Jordy Nelson or some of these other guys, where he connected with them early on and often. Romeo Doubs, I think, could be legit, and man, Romeo Doubs really passes the eye test, and an exciting addition to the Packers offense. And I'm all over Tonyan in fantasy. I know he's coming off an injury. He just got cleared. By all accounts, he's 100%. And I think he could get a lot of those red zone looks that Devontae Adams.
You know how you win $1 million week 1?
Put Robert Tonyan and Romeo
Randall
Doubs.
Cobb, dude. We're trying to play chess when we need to play checkers. And this was brought to my attention for a couple of different places. I was listening to the Football Outsiders podcast, which shout out to them. If you want to hear like the actual representation of my nerd impression, well, check that show out. But also just zooming into the again, the subreddits for the teams are valuable. Cobb is going to be involved in this fucking offense, dude. Cobb, it sounds crazy, but he when he was healthy, he did all right last year. And I do think there's going to be a learning curve. I think we're going to see a lot of Lazard, Tonyan, Cobb, and most importantly, did you see we rewatched the Niners Packers game in the playoffs earlier?
Oh, again, come on, Magic Man Blanco's right in the YouTube.
I'm sorry,
he's a huge fan of the Packers, Ryan. Why are you breaking his heart?
Well,
right now?
Because we watch the game tape. That's what we do here. And what I found, holy shit, Aaron Jones is awesome in the passing game.
Great in the open field.
And the main nugget I pulled out of the beat reporters is, you know what Aaron Jones is routinely doing in practice? He's running go routes with the receivers.
That could be really fun.
Remember when he scored? Remember when I said he would score 3 touchdowns and he delivered 4 for us? 45-1.
Rodgers lit up the Vikings. What was it? 2 years ago, first game of the year.
Rodgers, Jones, Cobb, bringing it back with Jefferson. Maybe I'll bring it back with Thielen.
Well, let's talk about their offensive line, because right now PFF has their O line ranked 5th, but that is a bit of projection because David Bakhtiari and Elgton Jenkins, they're not playing yet. They're getting closer.
Very similar to Tampa too, like not the strongest interior line.
Yeah,
questions on the outside.
Well, and if Bakhtiari ends up being 100% healthy, I think obviously
they do have a guy named.
Project the line to be super good, and same with Jenkins. But again, these old guys, when these offensive linemen, when they have leg injuries, that could be kind of tough. I like the DJ nature of our audience. Mike,
Wow.
Guy randomly trying to get a super flex draft on Underdog.
It is big news. They launched a $3 tourney.
Oh, okay.
So, hello.
Promo code SGPN. Get that sweet deposit bonus. Ryan, their offensive line should be good, but certainly questions, right?
I mean, again, I think it's maybe the only questions I have here. They seem to get it right. I feel like we've had questions about their offensive line every year, and they seem to get it right. Now, could it be their doom at the end of the season? They come across a team that has Nick Bosa and he just wrecks it.
God, yeah,
absolutely. But again, this is a regular season team. Matt LaFleur is an absolute he's a great regular season coach. He's going to destroy the teams that are bad. I am not high on any of the division, so I think, some of the narratives you're hearing about the Bucks and some of these easier, I think their schedule and their path to winning a lot of division games is very clear to me. I don't think they have any sort of issues there. And then again, you look at their quote unquote league average schedule, and when we walk through it later, again, maybe it's just the skew of their division foes. They also have the AFC East, a division with a number of teams that I think you could put in the, bad to complete dumpster fire. So yes, they will play good teams this year, but it's Aaron Rodgers. And so unless you have that elite defense or that elite pass rush, I don't think I'm worried about it. Like the profile of the team that scares me is probably a team like the Bucks, someone who's going to lock down their running game and really force Aaron Rodgers. So if there is an issue, a crack on the offensive line, there will be pressure there. But again, you look at the line of the schedule, and there aren't many teams that are going to lock down the running game and put serious. I mean, they play the Titans, for example. That's another defense that that's interesting. But I don't think their defensive backfield, like Rodgers, is going to eat them alive unless they've improved at that point in the season. So. Just not a lot of opportunities for me to say, that defense they're lining up against is going to give Aaron Rodgers problems.
No, obviously not having Davante Adams has some impact on the offense, but I think in a weird way,
who's going to? That's what I'm saying here.
They have a lot of guys that they can spread the ball around to, and I think can make up for some of the stuff they lost with Davante Adams.
You have the record without Davante Adams, I'm sure, in front of you.
No, I don't.
I didn't write it down. I figured that's like a shot. That's like a Sean classic nugget. I figured you'd have it. I'll pull it up.
All right. While you're pulling that up, Ryan, I'll bring up my biggest addition, I think, to this Packers team. Guess what it is, Ryan? You make fun of me all the time for wanting to talk about
special teams.
Green Bay Packers 32 in DVOA and special teams, right?
Bad, yeah.
We watched that playoff game. Why'd they lose? Because they got a field goal block and they
a punt block
for a touchdown and gave up a game-winning field goal. You know who you bring in when you have special teams problems, Ryan?
Who do you bring in? Rich
fucking Bisaccia. That's right. The Green Bay Packers brought in Rich Bisaccia.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
over.
I was kind of going back and forth. I'm like 11-6, 10-7.
That's right.
But Rich Bisaccia is really good as a special teams head coach. They're like, let's say they drop a little bit on offense. I think going from a 32nd ranked special teams DVOA, they could be 15. I think just off coaching. Like special teams coaching makes a massive difference.
Yeah.
And if you can drastically improve one unit like special teams in DVOA, I think you're really going to see a nice jump. Highest paid special teams coach, according to Banger, and deservedly so. Like the guy was, commanding the head coaching.
He's handwriting letters to his team. Look, the Nuggets great, but like blindly, that type of special teams performance is almost certainly going to regress drastically towards the mean, because it was, and I don't have the nugget in front of you. It was one of the worst performances in recorded modern history. Davante Adams, overall, they were 10-3 without Davante Adams. But if you zoom in and you say since, starting with the week 1 of 2019, they played 7 games without Davante Adams. They beat the Cowboys 34-24. They beat the Lions 23-22. They beat the Raiders, still playing in Oakland, 42-24, and they beat the Chiefs 31-24, all in the 2019 season. They beat the Saints 37-30. They beat the Falcons 30-16 in 2020. And in 2021, they beat the Cardinals 24-21 without Davante Adams, 7-0 since the start of the 2019 season, Sean, without Davante Adams. So
again, you know, I get it. Like losing a big receiver impacts fantasy, and depending on the quarterback, like I think a quarterback like Ryan Tannehill, it does impact them because they struggle with accuracy issues, and a guy with a massive catch frame can really make a difference. A guy like Aaron Rodgers, he's won the MVP back-to-back years. Now we'll get to it when we do our final predictions show, but Aaron Rodgers, I think, can get by with these other weapons until the playoffs, and ultimately they will probably fall apart in the playoffs because he is regular season Rodgers for a reason. But we're talking regular season, we're talking win totals. It's really hard to pick a hole.
They scored 27 touchdowns in those 7 games as a team. 27 touchdowns, and that's almost 4 touchdowns a game.
Yeah,
without Davante Adams, they're
going to be fine. And the defense, I mean, we'll see if it holds, but they got Rasul Douglas talking a ton of shit at the joint practice. Like that guy is.
We like Douglas.
I've always liked Rasul Douglas. I liked his attitude.
What is it they say about the sum of the parts being greater than the whole or whatever?
He ultimately just wasn't a good fit for the scheme for the Eagles, or just wasn't playing his best stuff. I mean, I understood why they got rid of him, but kudos to him for bouncing back in a big way in Green Bay. And he is a scrappy guy that really is fun to watch. Ryan, you were trying to tell me that maybe we should get a little bit of Sammy Watkins.
Yeah. I sat back and I was like, we're overthinking this. Why are we getting fooled once again by a rookie in camp? It doesn't matter. He's not going to love the rookies until later in the season. It's going to be Randall Cobb, Alan Lazard, Sammy Watkins, Bobby Tunyon, Aaron. That's plenty of receivers that Aaron already trusts.
Yeah.
Dobbs and fucking Christian Watkins can fucking warm up in their joggers on the sideline and get Aaron some chicken noodle soup for the cold nights. I was just like, man, I need to draft more of these guys. I need to put a Cobb lineup in DFS because holy shit, that would be amazing. What's going on? The chat's fire right now.
Yeah, I'm just laughing. Research flat Earth again. He's not saying the Earth's flat. He's just saying you should research it. I assume by his username.
Wait.
He said Rodgers and Sammy Watkins both admittedly are pro flat Earth on the same team, and then immediately Lance comes in saying, "Shut up, flat earther." Rodgers never said that. He says a lot of dumb crap, but nothing that.
This
stupid.
guy is in the flat Earth Society. He would know. So yeah, I think I'm willing to overlook
the flat Earth hot takes working their way into the NFL previews.
Willing to overlook the deficiencies on the offensive line, because I do think that they should be able to at least run block a little and maybe create a little bit of uncertainty there. And then I think just flat out, the defense was like Quay Walker was the guy they seemingly were missing, as was who was the other kid they drafted from Georgia. And so I think by the time week 1 rolls around, if those guys can slot in,
Devontae Wyatt, defensive tackle,
if those guys can at least slot in the rotation, that they're going to have to take a step forward from their 22nd ranking last year. And then again, you kind of zoom in on the schedule and you start to say, well, what kind of teams are you worried about? I certainly, like last year, they certainly struggled with teams that could play physical ball and get bullied. And again, where are these teams on the schedule? I don't know if I see them. They do play the Giants, so that's maybe one. But all right. Anything else to add?
I think I got it. I mean, I really was going big on my Rich Bisaccia.
So we're completely spitting in the face of any sort of regression due to the Pythag over expectation. The close wins don't worry us. I mean, 3 seasons of data under Matt LaFleur, 18-6 in 1-score games.
Yeah, I mean,
at what point does it regress?
So, yeah, it's again,
or does it not regress?
Again, that stuff's worth looking at and keeping an eye on. But I think also having good special teams. You know, you got your kicker coming off a 75% year,
and
either they replace him or he has a better year, and you bring in Rich Bisaccia, aka like legit mob boss, running the special teams. I think that's enough to help out with some of those close wins as well.
Just consistency, right? Like LaFleur, offense 8th, 1st, and 2nd in DVOA, 3-year sample.
Yeah, I mean, again, do you think Matt LaFleur is a good head coach? I think you got to win the playoffs for me to call you a good head coach. But also, I think if you have 3 seasons with 13 wins, I think it's fair to say you're good. He's interesting.
I'm regretting not writing this down because it would have been perfect to have. Would have made me seem very smart. But I'm pretty sure in some of those coach, like, did they make the right decision metrics? He's near the top, maybe top 3. So I think he generally is seen as a good coach in that he makes the right decision. He calls the right kind of plays. He plays aggressively. He goes for 4th at the right time.
I'm just laughing.
Are they still arguing about the flat Earth?
There's more flat Earth stuff.
And I think you can't. I mean, the fact that they have Aaron Jones is underrated in fantasy, but he's more underrated in real life. And we barely talked about him, but the dude is going to be an absolute beast this year. Like after watching the last year's playoff game, I think I need to get him into my first round. If I'm able to get him in the second round of any fantasy draft that's happening at this point over Saquon Barkley.
All right.
Anything you want to add, Sean?
No,
Matt LaFleur, we like everything about this. We love the brat stop.
Yes. Shout out to the brat
we
stop.
Could be headed towards
if you're a Packers fan and you haven't taken a little road trip to Kenosha, Wisconsin to experience some game day atmosphere, great for parties, weddings. I mean, brat stop really has it all.
Tell them Ryan and Sean sent you.
Yeah, honestly, Brat Stop Management. I'm going to just read off some of the events they have coming up at the Brat Stop.
They broadcast the audio.
Moonshine tasting. That's the only event they have.
They broadcast the audio from our Madden sims. In their bar. You went to the bar. You're watching games. You're betting on Madden sims at the Brat Stop.
They got cheddar wurst, polish wurst, quarter pound Frankfurter.
Oh fuck yeah!
Brat of the week. Oh man, so many good brats. All right, Ryan, but let's walk through the schedule before we get to that. Odds Trader, that's right. Odds Trader, as if you're looking around to sign up for a sports book, you want the best offers, the best promos, the best codes. Odds Trader has you covered. All you got to do is go to oddstrader.com/Blue Wire. That's ODDS trader.com/Blue Wire. Get set up there and you are good to go. What else do they got going on Odds Trader? Well, you got play-by-play updates, live scores, and bet tracking, key game day stats, projected game day weather. So much information here. And again, you're getting the best signups, the best offers. Oddstrader.com, ODDS trader.com/Blue Wire. Odds Trader, the #1 site for all your game day bets. And we're also brought to you by Sleeper. That's right. Sleeper is the fastest growing fantasy platform. Ryan, we still just have to find a quarterback for our Sleeper Dynasty team. We're going to try and trade Colby for Davis Mills, but it may be tough prying Davis Mills away from old Colby. Highly recommend Sleeper. It's great for fantasy, and now they're over under game. I'm having a lot of fun putting out some MLB player props over on Sleeper. Very easy. You can win 2x all the way up to 20x your money. You can copy my picks in the group chat there, sleeper.com/SGP. Sleeper will automatically match your first deposit up to $100. Or if you already have Sleeper, just hit the over under game. Use the promo code SGP, get that deposit match. You got to get ready for football, because once football hits, you're going to be looking at your fantasy team, and then you'll be able to play their over under game from that fantasy setup. Going to be super easy and obviously a ton of fun. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details.
Wow. Chat is really on fire.
There's a lot going on in the chat.
Shout out to the Packers for bringing it all together. America's real team. All right. So like I said, the schedule is quote average by win total, but
yeah, dead average.
But maybe I'm looking it through the eyes of someone who's had a spell cast on him, Sean. But I'm not seeing
witchy woman.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna start at Vikings, which we've been telling you all summer. Grab it before it goes to 3. Packers laying the 2.5. All right. Bears at home week 2 on Sunday Night Football. Feel like we play that game every year and the Bears don't ever win it. At Bucks week 3 and Patriots at home week 4. Joe Judge or Matt Patricia calling plays.
3-1. And I mean, I like the Bears, but that's a tough spot for them.
That's not
Pats.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man.
Pats is yeah, that's always
they actually, I could talk myself into. They can run the ball. If the Packers haven't fixed that problem with their defense, I Joe Judge and Matt Patricia are calling the plays.
It's a non-conference road game, and yeah, I want to be high on McCorkle, but
no, you don't.
No, I think he's a good prospect, but that offense that they're gonna run,
and they're coming off a stretch where they go Dolphins, Steelers, Ravens.
3-1 sounds right to me.
It's a tough stretch.
Chat, what do you got? What does the chat have it? I'm seeing some 2-2s.
I'm leaning 3-1 as well. If nothing, but which is the loss? Did I give the Bucks the win against?
I don't know, Ryan. I don't like
think
to make,
I did.
4-0. I like to create some fluidity.
4-0, baby.
Projections.
Yeah.
4-0. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think they certainly could go 4-0. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to stick with 3-1.
That's why they play the games, right? Is the chat?
You got to do it like Berman. That's why they play the games.
I see people are not fully agreeing with me. A lot of 3-1s out there. All right, next 4. Giants on. Oh, this is overseas in London.
In London, are you going to the game, Ryan?
Not going to the game.
Our soccer gambling podcast host Billy invited you.
It's if it happens, it's a long shot. Let's just say it's like Aaron Jones scoring 3 touchdowns. Jets. So no bye week for the Packers. They opted out of the bye week, which tells me Aaron Rodgers' girlfriend must have had some say in that. I don't know what the data is on that. If it's, I mean, they get the Jets. Is that like a bye? Did they somehow get a free bye week after the international trip?
Oh, Jets at home? Yeah, they're good.
All right. They did lose a home game there to the Giants. So note that. At the Washington Commandos and then at the Buffalo Bills on Sunday Night Football, who no longer have their play caller, Brian Daboll.
3-1.
They lose to the Bills, right?
That's a tough spot.
Giants are 2-0 over there
in London.
3-1.
Did they ever have to play the Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers is just gonna fuck up their secondary unless something changes very quickly. Their secondary, there's a problem. That it could be a problem. All right, let's move on. So you went 3-1 as well.
Yep.
All right. Lockstep here. I guess I'm going to give them a loss here. Kind of wanted to go 2-2 because we all know the Giants are going to be competitive in that game.
That's how bad it is as a Giants fan. Ryan talking shit is we're going to be competitive in that game. Look out, going to be competitive.
Aaron Rodgers not losing to that secondary unless things change. At Detroit, Cowboys at home, Tennessee at home, at Philly. Now again, this is a stretch. Detroit aside. This is a stretch where, and the Philly game is Sunday Night Football again. Tennessee is Thursday Night Football, so mini bye there before the road Thursday night game. Or
Sorry,
road
Ryan.
Sunday night game.
The Sunday night theme music is just pulsating through my head.
These are 3 teams in a row here that could establish the run, or at least their identity may include running the ball stubbornly, I guess would be the way to put it. So I there are some losses I think to be had in this portion of the schedule. I don't think they're losing to the Cowboys at home. I don't think they're losing to Detroit. Even though it's Sean, we got to note this: 3 road games in a row here. Detroit is the 3rd of 3.
Okay.
And if you include the London game, again, no bye week here. They go London, no bye, Jets at home, kind of a bye, but not really a bye. Then it's at Washington, at Buffalo, at Detroit. So shorter road trips, but it's
all right. I'll go 2-2.
It's a stretch.
With the idea that maybe one of these, that maybe like all those,
they're not losing Thursday night against Tennessee. They're not losing against Detroit. I still don't think they lose. I've kind of talked my way back into 3-1 here, although it does seem like there's. I'm
going to go 2-2 with the idea that maybe one of those losses creeps into the other part of the quadrant. But yeah, I'll go 2-2 here.
I'll go 3-1. I really like the idea. This team's fucking fire. All right, even though they have the late bye week at Chicago. So again, back-to-back road game again here, coming off that Eagles game at the Bears. They could be dog shit. Bye week, Rams at home, Monday Night Football. Big time game there. Again, Aaron Donald scares me in this situation too, because they do have a weakness there. At Miami, Minnesota at home. Nice.
Sorry, that was the 2 drop.
Going to Miami late. You're not worried about that one?
Miami late? No. Miami late is when you want to play them, and I think hopefully the Packers offense has kind of solidified themselves there. I'll go 3-1 here. I'll go 3-1.
I'll have them go. I'm going to have them go 2-2. I think they randomly drop.
You know what? I'm going to go 4-0. I could see him getting right here in December.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. 3-1.
I'm going 4-0.
Nice. Last game of the season is Detroit at home. That's a win.
What do I got, Ryan? 12-5?
I think I did it wrong. All right, you already know what you have. 13-4.
I mean, why not run it back? Why not run it back? You know what? Just to mix it up, I'm gonna say.
What do you mean?
That last quadrant, make it 3-1.
3-1.
I was probably pushing it, so I'll say 3-1 for that last quadrant. Keep Detroit and win. So my final 12-5.
12-5.
And you're getting plus odds on the over. Plus 130 over on WinBet. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WinBet.
Sean, I'm going 14-3. I found myself there again. I'm running back the 14-3 prediction.
Run it back. All right, Ryan, we're going to talk Packers future, maybe a little Packers fantasy. Before we do that, trade coffee. Oh, look at this. Look at this coffee mug. Pretty awesome coffee mug, but you know what makes it super awesome, right? The delicious trade coffee that's inside. Love me some trade coffee. It's again so excited whenever the trade coffee comes in the mail. I can smell the beans through the mailbox. That's how good they are. That aroma just hits you. Just again, nothing starts a day better than a delicious cup of coffee. You can even obviously use it for some like cold brews in the afternoon. Really get super wired off that delicious trade coffee. Starts with a simple coffee quiz over at drinktrade.com/SGP. Answer what kind of flavors you like, what kind of flavors you don't like. And Trade dials it in, gives you that delicious coffee to match your exact taste. And I mean, Trade is just a dog. They've delivered over 5 million bags of fresh coffee with more than 750,000 positive reviews. Oh my God. And you get a total of $30 off your first order plus free shipping. Just go to drinktrade.com/SGP. That's more than 40 cups of coffee for free. Get started today by taking their coffee quiz at drinktrade.com/SGP and let Trade find you a coffee you'll love. Drinktrade.com/SGP for $30 off. Great, makes a great gift as well. Birthdays, Mother's Day, Father's Day, whatever, Thanksgiving. Who doesn't want nice coffee after Thanksgiving? Delicious. Hey, we're also brought to you by Dave. All been in situations where we could use a couple extra bucks. You want to bug your friend? What are you gonna ask your girlfriend for money? That's kind of embarrassing. Let's be honest. And hey, but there's nothing to be embarrassed. If you're a little coming up a little short, maybe you're not supposed to get some OT this week. Boss man holding you down. You got some inflation issues. Keeping your bankroll a little short. No need to worry. Dave is here to help. Dave is a banking app that can get you up to $500 instantly with extra cash. The more money to fill your tank, get a gift, catch up on your bills, whatever it is, tackle those expenses that have been stressing you out without any hangups. There's no interest, no credit check needed. Millions of people have already downloaded the Dave app to get the financial relief they need with extra cash. So if you're in a pinch and need some extra help, download Dave and think of it as a helping hand from future you. Download the Dave app from the App Store right now. That's DAVE. Sign up for an extra cash account and get up to $500 instantly. For terms and conditions, go to dave.com/legal. Instant transfer fees applies. Banking provided by Evolve. Member FDIC.
All right. Can we just get right into it? Because, I have not calculated the odds of this, but if you parlay the money line on minus whatever the -2 against the Vikings, the -9.5 against the Bears, they are dogs against the Bucks, and then -5 for the Patriots, -7 for the Giants. If you parlay all those money lines,
Yeah.
do you think it'll be greater than +750? Because Packers to start 5-0 is +750. I think we have a parlay calculator somewhere. Maybe even our Discord.
I'm looking at it again here.
I mean, I certainly.
Well, why not? If you're going 5-0, why not go 6-0 and add the Jets?
Because I just saw I saw.
Oh,
that.
you saw the 5-0.
5-0 is offered. That's why.
All right. Okay. So I think, and shout out to Easy who had this in the chat. First loss week 9 against the Lions. And am I looking at that, Ryan? Is that 100-1?
Yes, you're looking at that right.
All right. I'll throw that in there because that is hilarious.
That's no, that's not gonna happen. What are you doing?
Well, Ryan, it's 100-1. It doesn't matter if it's gonna happen.
Okay. That's true.
It sets up because they would be coming off a Monday night win against the Bills, massive win. And then that sets up, or no, a Sunday night win in Buffalo. Let's say they got to 8-0 there. You could easily see a random letdown division spot at Detroit. Again, that's a long shot one. That's pretty fun. What about like right. what about the MVP market? Rodgers has won 2 in a row. He might have an MVP season, but I think they're just going to be desperate to find a new MVP. So I don't know. I'm not really that into that one. What are some other? Do we have alt lines?
I mean, one that I'm going to smash is that the Packers have over 4.5 game winning streak. I just like them to start fast. I think the 5-0 bet. Obviously, I guess you can bet it better than that, but they're going to have a long winning streak this year. Over 4.5 game winning streak is even money. I did the parlay math on the 750.
Over 4.5 games, you said?
Over 4.5 games.
Yeah, I'm in on that. This team gets hot. I mean, I feel like they had one last year, didn't they? They must have.
There's just some serious Are we betting the division too? I don't know if we said it out loud, but division.
Oh yeah,
I mean, right?
let's add that officially to the card. But I mean, Green Bay to win the division, anything under 200. I mean, under 300, and I normally
200.
Wouldn't go that high. I would say maybe even minus 250 is still good, but minus 180 to win the division, yes, please. That's my favorite bet. I mean, I'm on the over 11.5 plus 130, but you can go huge, I think, on that Green Bay to win the division because I like it. Yeah, I think the Bears are a fun long shot, but I don't know. I'm not buying the Vikings stuff at all. It just, I don't know. Nothing else really.
Most wins plus 650. You buying?
I mean, that's probably a fair price, but yeah, most wins. A lot of things have to go right, so I'll stay away. Is that similar price to number 1 seed?
I have lost the places that had the markets out for that, so I haven't seen number 1 seed in a while. Unfortunately, we've been hammering them too hard.
Ryan, are you able to see, and Easy in the YouTube chat pulling up some player prop stuff? Are we able to find a Bobby Tunyon touchdown prop? Because that's
for week 1.
Well, no,
or just a player prop.
I would like to know his season long to give that out. Because it's got to be like something crazy. I bet they're going to be crazy low on him.
I don't.
All I'm seeing is Robert Tunyon MVP. They shouldn't allow people to bet on that. Come on. I mean, are we just stealing money from people?
You don't think he can take it down? Bobby Stacks. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
I'll try and track that.
Get
down.
that over a half.
I mean,
over 3.5. What do you think? Is that what they said it to? 4.5, 3.5. I mean, obviously you think he's going to get like 8, so you're taking the over no matter what they put out because they're not. It's not going to be north of 6.5, 5.5 even.
Yeah. So I to Ryan's point, I think if it's at 3.5, I love it. If it's okay, so Easy's saying 4.5.
Oh, I mean that's.
I still love it. This dude is getting Robert Tonyan over 4.5 touchdowns is coming in.
At what any other like award market? Is there anything coach of the year?
No, because I mean,
they're just good every year in Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, and you have to be like
defensive rookie of the year.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Quay Walker. I mean,
what's he at?
He's not going to get the counting stats you need. Neither guy 10-1. It's not worth it. I mean, Quay Walker would be like a Darius Leonard type situation.
Yeah,
I guess, and it's only 10-1, so I don't know if I love it. Wyatt is 25-1. Offensive rookie of the year. This is more interesting for you. Watson's 14-1.
Okay, I don't want that. What about Dubs?
I'm scrolling. I don't think they got him.
Really?
Those cowards.
Bastards.
Well, that would be the one that I would play, obviously, even though I don't love the case for it. If you can find a rookie of the year prop on Romeo, I mean, what do you think that is? Like that's got to be like it was probably like George Pickens, like 70-1, right? 100-1.
Dubs rookie of the year.
I'm seeing Dubs to lead rookies in receiving yards at 10-1. I'm
seeing Romeo Dubs 20-1.
Oh, you are? All right.
I don't want any part of that. I think we can find a better, maybe shop around, find a crazier price.
To lead the rookies in receiving yards at 10-1 is.
Oh, okay.
Although it's just Drake.
I don't know if he's going to get the volume.
A couple of the guys are going to get crazy volume.
All right, so stay away from that. So to recap, over 11.5 plus 130.
Just wait. Did we go to the alt win totals? Did we skip right over the alt win totals?
You didn't pick those up, Ryan. What happened?
Because it's I don't know. Yeah, you're probably not on it because you wanted to be more conservative. But give me over 12. They win 13 every year. Over 12, Sean, is plus 200.
Okay, so yeah, add over 12 at plus 200. First loss against the Lions, week 9.
Wait,
100.
You're taking that?
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Come on, I'm not going to put my entire football bankroll on it, but that's a fun little one to have.
All right, first loss, 100-1. All right, that's fun.
Over 4.5 games, winning streak. You talked me into that one at even money.
Division.
The lock of all locks, them to win the division, and then Tonyan over 4.5 touchdowns.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Jesus,
that one snuck in there. We'll have to, 100% on that.
Anything else?
That's it for now.
Wow, what a ton of props you gave out.
I thought I gave out a good number. What do you don't like when I give out bets, Ryan?
Sometimes you give out too many, and the audience doesn't like it.
I've never gotten that feedback. Right. Hey, toss us a nice rating and review. Screenshot you submitting that review, writing it up, and then go to our app. Click the contest tab. You can submit the screenshot for a chance to win a $50 gift card every Monday, aka Merch Monday. You can also hop in our NFL Survivor pool there. $500 cash, $250 gift card there.
Sean, make sure you shop around on your favorite on the WinBet app because I just found first place minus 175. It's better than the division price. To win division minus 180, to finish in first minus 175. So.
All right, yeah, check.
But
around.
that's the kind of stuff. Look, we just say. I mean, that's a cup of coffee right there. Fucking cup of coffee. Let's go.
Cup of coffee. All right. More team previews to come. Got some special guests lined up.
We're almost done.
We are almost done. And NFL Week 2 preseason picks also loading. Ryan,
Sean, we have live regular season college football in less than 2 weeks.
Our week 0 college football picks podcast is right around the corner.
Sean, we'll be in Vegas in like 3 weeks.
Oh my God, my head's about to explode.
DFS line. How many have you made? $5 lineups.
I've been
Let's
slacking.
go.
I need to get to the bathroom. That's where I do my best work, Ron.
They say that's a square move.
Participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green, and he is Ryan.
Go Pack, go.
Kramer, let it ride.